Hello, my name is Miss Bayon. I am an ESL teacher at Cliffside Park High School. I teach advanced ESL, which is considered the level 3 ESL. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have a bachelor's degree from Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey, in political science. I also have a bachelor's degree from the City College of New York in English literature. This is where I started my teaching career in New York City. I taught particularly in the Bronx for many, many years. And that is also where I received my master's degree in teaching English to speakers of other languages, pre-K through 12th grade. I received my master's degree from Columbia University. Well, enough about me. Let's talk about my scholars. So in my classroom, I expect my scholars to follow 4 rules, which I call the Reading and Writing Code of Conduct. In my class, they're going to be doing a lot of reading and a lot of writing. And so I've learned in my years of teaching that if we follow these 4 rules, and I follow them as well, everyone will learn. Number 1, be respectful. Number 2, be positive. Number 3, be prepared. Number 4, take care of each other. Because teamwork makes the dream work. As you can see in the picture, if everybody brings their own puzzle piece to the table, everybody brings their respect and their positivity and their materials and what they need, everybody will succeed and awesome and amazing things will happen in their learning, in their growing, and in their confidence in learning the English language. On the right side, you're going to see a copy of an agenda that I post in Google Classroom every day that we have class. And it looks the same every day, just what we're learning changes. So I'll say good afternoon or good morning, scholars, and the expectation is that they respond with good morning or good afternoon, Miss Bayon, and they put it in the comments for attendance. Then they have the date posted, the objective, and the expectation is after they have said good morning or good afternoon, Miss Bayon, then they need to complete the do now. I give them about 10 to 15 minutes to complete the do now because they are learning English at the same time and they're using Google Translate, so they do need more time. And then we'll have our 5-minute break and then we start our Google Meet. During the Google Meet, I'll teach the mini lesson, make announcements. I'll teach them how to complete the assignment or whatever the strategy is for the day. And then they'll have work time. So during work time, sometimes the work time is independent. Most of the time, the work time is in their team. In my class, it's called color teams. Right now, I have yellow, pink, and red teams. You can ask your scholar what color team they're in. I'm sure they'll be glad to tell you. Next, I'm going to share with you my philosophy of education. So in my class, I believe that your self-care leads to better community care. So what does that mean? So that means that I believe that both my scholars and I, we need to learn how to take care of ourselves. And when we learn to take care of ourselves, then that's better for our community, that's better for learning, and they also become better citizens in society. So in the advanced ESL class, we practice being present, and we do that through classroom meditation, through classroom yoga, through journaling and reflecting. My other part of my philosophy of education is that for classrooms to be active sites of democracy, they must be places where everyone can and does learn and where everyone can and does teach. So I believe that if every single one of us, we bring our years of experience, our knowledge, the things that we know, and we all bring that together, everyone is going to learn and everyone will have the opportunity to teach. Just as I teach my scholars, I expect them to teach me, and they teach me new things every single day. Well, what are your scholars going to learn this year? Well, in the United States, starting from pre-K, the expectation is that in every English class, teachers and scholars are learning these 3 different types of text: informational text, narratives, and argumentative text. So we start off the year by reviewing, reading, and writing informational text. So we go and we use this Newsella program, which provides amazing news articles written in different levels of English. And so we start with that. We go over, well, what makes it informational? What are the certain traits, the certain features that it has? And once we complete that unit, the students in their teams will actually create a magazine and they will present the magazine as well. Then we move on to narratives. They're still working in Newsella. They're still reading informational texts, but now we add another layer of narratives. And narratives are stories. So we start off by reading A Christmas Carol, and we end it by reading The Great Gatsby. And that's where they start to create their portfolio that they will need for graduation. After that, they're still reading informational texts, they're still reading narratives, and then we add the 3rd layer towards the end of the school year, which is argumentative text. So argumentative text is where I will present a question. For example, should Cliffside Park High School students wear school uniforms? Yes, they should, or no, they shouldn't. And so they will give their opinion, but they will give their opinion with an argument and use evidence, documents to support their argument in order to convince other people why they're right. And so that's how we end the school year. So as a review, in advanced DSL, we study informational text, narratives, argumentative text. We learn together. I believe that my students are scholars, and we will have an amazing year taking care of each other, learning from each other, and teaching each other. Thank you.